So the Galaxy Z Fold 6 was announced at Samsung Unpacked and shown off, and I wanted to talk about one of the major things about it, and that is the camera. Has it been improved or upgraded or changed in any regard versus the Galaxy Z Fold 5? And that is a yes and no answer to that. And I'm going to go into detail about it and tell you what's going on with the camera for the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now, first of all, I want to show this little graphic. This shows it that it is the camera on the left is the Z Fold 6, the camera on the right is the Z Flip 6. So more or less, these cameras are more or less the same. They have the same wide camera, they have the same ultra wide camera, and they have the same 10 megapixel 3x optical zoom. The other one has a digital zoom, and then you can go 30x space zoom on the Z Fold 6. So spec-wise, it's about the same again as the Z Flip 6, and I think that will come into play with the differences about this camera. Now, next up would be, has any of the cameras changed physically on there? And the question to that answer is yes. So some information we have on that is that this is from an article on a tech site saying, in my limited hands-on time, I can see that the cameras work as well as I experienced on the Z Fold 5. The 3x zoom is useful, and you can go all the way up to 30x space zoom, though I wouldn't recommend it, mainly because space zoom relies a little too much AI image enhancement for my taste. But they continue with that, saying it has retained last year's 50 megapixel main wide and 10 megapixel 3x optical zoom cameras, and only upgraded the 12 megapixel ultra wide, adding a sensor that's better equipped to handle low light situations. It's adopted from the S24, and it can also help with focusing speed. Any other photographic improvements are due to upgrades in Samsung's ProVision software. And I took a screenshot of that because it shows it on Samsung's website. ProVision software, which isn't completely new to Samsung Galaxy because they've announced it before, but basically ProVision is the meatfold most powerful camera system yet, topped with an upgraded NPU. That's I think it's neural processing unit. It's AI talk. Mind-blowing specs and ProVisual Engine. It'll transform your multimedia experience. And what does that mean? Well, first of all, the new camera, the ultra wide, is new. You're going to get better low light photos with that. So if you use your ultra wide a lot, you'll know that low light performance is it's okay. When there's not a lot of light around, it's just it's kind of messy. So hopefully this will improve things with that. The ProVisual Engine is an upgrade to the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and it might not come to the older phones due to it having a newer, more powerful, faster processor, that being the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and the Z Fold 5, for instance, has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Not that the 8 Gen 2 probably couldn't handle it, to be honest with you. They probably will just make a differentiation with that so that it won't run on there, but again, it might come at a later update, it might not. But I also want to go on and say that the Z Fold 6, because of that AI improvement with the camera, potentially and probably will give off better photos and videos. And the reason we think that is because Samsung has put out a video. Now they're talking about it on the Flip 6 on the official announcements, but the Fold 6, which has basically the same cameras and a lot of the same stuff, should have this feature as well in terms of how it improves photos
to our users.
So she's going to talk about the cameras on the Flip 6
in hardware,
but let's just listen to what she says.
With the camera. The Galaxy Z Flip 6 comes with a 50 megapixel wide sensor,
same as the Fold 6,
and a wide-ranging suite of AI tools, powered
same as the Fold
by
6.
the all-new ProVisual Engine. With camera performance in line with the Galaxy S24, the details in your photos and videos will come to life with stunning clarity and vibrancy. This is all made possible by the ProVisual Engine. It uses AI to detect objects, analyze lighting conditions, and isolate delicate facial features. This optimizes the image by making sure the face is properly lit and the skin tones are natural. It even sharpens tiny details like eyelashes to really make the image pop. Even when shooting images at a distance, details look stunning thanks to the camera's enhanced AI, which offers high quality zoom performance of up to 10 times range.
Now, as you can see, AI is going to enhance and improve your photos on your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. That's not a bad thing though. Pixel and other manufacturers, iPhone and even Galaxy, they just don't usually say the words AI or throw in an engine word in there, have been using AI to improve photos. The Pixel cameras haven't always been the highest megapixels or the best cameras on the market, but they've always taken really good quality photos, like eye-catching photos where when you take a photo, you're like, people are like, damn, that's an awesome camera. I want that. Now it looks like we're potentially going to get something very similar with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, or at least my fingers are crossed that we're going to. So even though we're getting the same cameras, they're gonna artificially enhance and improve photos with AI on the Z Fold 6 and Flip 6 artificially and make them better. And I'm fine with that as long as my photos come out sharp, beautiful looking, great colors, great lighting. I'm completely fine with that. It's just, they haven't fully done that in the past where these photos have come off awesome. I'll still capture good photos of my Fold 5, and then sometimes I'm just like, I don't like the photos. I want that to be more consistent. I want it to improve, and AI can do that. And hopefully with this huge push of AI, like they must have said Galaxy AI about 1 million times in the presentation, and hopefully they've done that with the cameras. So to go back full circle now, the cameras have been improved with the ultra wide physically, and then I think with all the cameras and probably video as well with the AI, with software. So I think we'll see some changes here, some improvements. Do I expect massive leaps and bounds? Maybe not, but I hope so.